exclusive shots. Journalism raw, yeah, Byron calls the shots. Subscribe, stay woke, now let's get in the know. It's the Dennis Byron Show. 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 Dennis Byron Show. The Dennis Byron Show. Subscribe, stay woke, now let's get in the know. It's the Dennis Byron Show. Welcome to the mic, it's the Dennis Byron Show. Breaking headlines, truth in every flow.
All right. Mic check.
Shots. Journalism raw, yeah, Byron calls the shots. Subscribe, stay woke, now let's get in the know. It's the Dennis Byron Show. 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 Dennis Byron Show. The Dennis Byron Show. Dennis Byron Show. The Dennis Byron Show. Dennis Byron Show. Welcome to the mic, it's the Dennis Byron Show. Breaking headlines, truth in every flow. From courtroom scenes to exclusive shots.
Okay. Welcome to the mic. Welcome to the mic, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning all over the United States. I am back again. Thank you for everyone that's joining in. They said, Mr. Byron, you ain't been on Instagram in a while. Oh, we back now. We are back now. Let's see here. Okay, roll call. Do me a favor. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the sound of my voice. Good morning. Okay, so listen up. I had to do this. It would only be right as a fellow New Yorker to welcome in Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani as the new mayor of New York City. As I said earlier, within the last 24 hours, the other side, the Republican side, is losing their mind. You have fire commissioners retiring early. You have a assistant deputy police chief that will likely be out as well. This is something that New Yorkers have never seen before. We have never had a professed mayor who has, admittedly said he's a socialist. And some people said, dang, what is a socialist? We had Democrats, we had Republicans, we had independents, but we have never had a Democratic socialist in New York City. This is major. This is major because the rent is just too damn high. And just think about this for a second, ladies and gentlemen. This is not something that the other side didn't see coming. I mean, if you walk down Broadway, you walk down Webster Avenue in the Bronx, Broadway in Manhattan, Flatbush in Brooklyn, Linden Boulevard in Queens, you can see how New York has changed over the last 30 plus years. And I would say it hasn't changed for the best. It hasn't changed for the best. As I listened to Mayor-elect Mamdani's speech, his acceptance speech, I sat back and said to myself, this man is right. He understands. He understands the plight of New Yorkers, the average New Yorker, the people who move the city from, and this is my experience in New York. Every morning when I hit that concrete jungle, I went to work. I rode the train. I walked blocks to my office. And what I saw was a city, we talking taking 25 plus years ago, that it was affordable to live in. You had businesses thriving. I worked on Park Row, went to school on Park Row. It was nothing for me before I went to work, to go into the J&R music world. Those from New York understand what I'm talking about. Or seeing, for example, you going to work, you seeing the street vendors, or if you're from Harlem, Mart 125, Mart 125, the vendors on the street, they were thriving. If you go to the Bronx, 3rd Avenue, 149th and 3rd Avenue, 156th and 3rd Avenue. You go further up to the South Bronx, Juman's. I don't know if you New Yorkers understand what I'm talking about. Juman's. Juman's was a place where you would go shopping, or Delancey Street. See, I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if you're ready for this. They said, "Where's my face?" I don't want to put the lights on. They said, "Where's my face?" My face is right here. Here we go. It's right here. Let me turn it. Let me turn this up just a little bit. Okay, is that better for you? Is that better for you? So New Yorkers, we knew it was affordable back then. You got ICE agents literally running through boroughs of the Bronx. I mean, boroughs like the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan. I covered the trial in Manhattan, and then with ICE agents in the courthouse. What are we talking about here? And so I just want to play Mayor-elect Mamdani's victory speech. But before I do that, I have something very special for you, ladies and gentlemen. Something you weren't expecting. You know, this show is about the culture of hip hop. It's about moving forward. It's about uplifting the people. And I want to play this song. Never before heard. This is for you, Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani. Let's go.
And watch I hear the voice of the street. A new dawn rising where the concrete meets the beat. We got a young lion in the boroughs breaking free. Zohran Mamdani taking over, giving the city his key. Promise to freeze the rent, lift the weight off our backs. For the folks in the buildings where the system keeps us trapped. Free buses on the avenue, hop on, no fare, just truth. From the Bronx to Brooklyn, Queens to Staten, this is proof. Childcare from the crib, 6 weeks to 5 we live. No more choosing work or raising kids, both we give. Minimum wage to 30 by 30, make a hustle real. Raise the floor for the city's soul, show the system how we feel. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the projects to the brownstones, open up the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So it's voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. Yeah. They say he's too bold. They whisper in the lobby lights, haters checking corners, critics calling fights. They point to budgets, they say, can he really pull it off? But we built the city with our hands, we know when the pulse is soft. They talk radical, socialist like it's a dirty tag. But when your rent's sky high and your wages drag, you don't ask for moderate, you grab the bag. To the ones saying it's impossible, we say watch us move. The city belongs to the many, not the few who risk. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lions roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So we voice our choice, we rise, we soar. The hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lions roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So we voice our choice, we rise, we soar. The story of the Harlem, the dreams got dusty in the rain, but now we roll the dice of justice. Change is changing the game. He's speaking for the working class, the immigrant, the youth, giving voice to the silence. Now we speak our truth. They try to drown the movement, but we built the wave. The haters talk about obstacles, we built the paves. City run grocery stores in each borough, lower food price. Don't gotta serve the wallet first, we serve the life. Affordable housing, 200,000 by 10. Put the roof above our heads before we turn to men. Tax the millionaires, let the city breathe again. So our children don't inherit this grind and pretend. To the architects of doubt, we still thank you in advance. Cause you can't do that, let the spark of our revenge.
Let's go.
From the hard knock sidewalk to the glitz of Times Square floor. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So we voice our choice, we rise, we soar. This is the hope that real New York asking for. Breaking chains, making change, opening the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So we voice our choice, we rise, we soar. New York, the city's yours, take the ticket, ride the line.
This is an exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Mamdani, America's next mayor.
Yo, And watch
Run it
I
back.
hear
One
the
more
voice
time.
of the
One more
street.
time,
A new
ladies and
dawn
gentlemen.
rising where the concrete
Listen to
meets
the
the beat.
words.
We got a young lion in the boroughs breaking free. Zohran Mamdani taking over, giving the city his key. Promise to freeze the rent, lift the weight off our backs. For the folks in the buildings where the system keeps us trapped. Free buses on the avenue, hop on, no fare, just truth. From the Bronx to Brooklyn, Queens to Staten, this is proof. Childcare from the crib, 6 weeks to 5, we live. No more choosing work or raising kids, both we give. Minimum wage to 30 by 30, make a hustle real. Raise the floor for the city's soul, show the system how we feel. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the projects to the brownstones, open up the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. Yeah. They say he's too bold. They whisper in the lobby lights. Haters checking corners. Critics calling fights. They point the budgets. They say, can he really pull it off? But we built the city with our hands. We know when the pulse is soft. They talk radical, socialist like it's a dirty tag. But when your rent's sky high and your wages drag, you don't ask for moderate. You grab the bag. To the ones saying it's impossible, we say watch us move. The city belongs to the many, not the few who listen. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lines roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. It's the hope that
right.
New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lines roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. From a story of the Harlem, the dreams got dusty in the rain, but now we roll the dice of justice. Change is changing the game. He's speaking for the working class, the immigrant, the youth, giving voice to the silence. Now we speak our truth. They try to drown the movement, but we built the wave. The haters talk about obstacles. We built the
It's my city, ladies and gentlemen.
Stores in each borough, lower food
The
price.
Bronx.
Don't gotta serve the wallet.
Stand up.
We serve the life.
Let's go, Brooklyn.
200,000 by 10. Put the roof above our heads before
We
turn
see
the
you,
land.
Staten
Tax the
Island.
millionaires, let the city breathe again. So our children don't inherit this grind and pretend. To the architects of doubt, we still thank you in advance. Cause you can't do that, let the spark of our revenge. Every New Yorker's been asking for. From the hard knock sidewalk to the glitz Times Square floor. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. Breaking chains, making change, opening the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. New York, the city's yours. Take the ticket, ride the line.
Okay. I won't give you too much now. What do you think for the newest theme for New York? I know we have Ja Rule's New York. We have Jay-Z, Alicia Keys' New York. The new theme is Mamdani. Mamdani. Let's see what Mr. Mamdani has to say to the city of New York. Let's go ahead and play his victory speech. Let's go. Hey.
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity. For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater. Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty. I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name.
Get to Florida.
As we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few. New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change. A mandate for a new kind of politics. A mandate for a city we can afford. And a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that. On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City. And that is because of you. So before I say anything else, I must say this. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers who refuse to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You showed that when politics speaks to you without condescension, we can usher in a new era of leadership. We will fight for you because we are you. Or as we say on Steinway, ana minkum wa ilaykum. Thank you to those so often forgotten by the politics of our city who made this movement their own. I speak of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas.
Talk that is. Talk that is.
Senegalese taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses. Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties.
Aunties?
Yes, aunties. To every New Yorker in Kensington and Midwood and Hunts Point.
That's right.
Know this. This city is your city, and this democracy is yours too. This campaign is about people like Wesley, an $11.99 organizer I met outside of Elmhurst Hospital on Thursday night. A New Yorker who lives elsewhere, who commutes 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because rent is too expensive in this city.
Too damn high.
It's about people like the woman I met on the BX33 years ago, who said to me, I used to love New York, but now it's just where I live.
Oh, powerful.
And it's about people like Richard, the taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside of City Hall, who still has to drive his cab 7 days a week. My brother, we are in City Hall now.
Bismillah.
This victory is for all of them. And it's for all of you. The more than 100,000 volunteers who built this campaign into an unstoppable force. Because of you, we will make this city one that working people can love and live in again. With every door knocked, every petition signature earned, and every hard-earned conversation, you eroded the cynicism that has come to define our politics. Now, I know that I have asked for much from you over this last year. Time and again, you have answered my calls. But I have one final request. New York City, breathe this moment in. We have held our breath for longer than we know. We have held it in anticipation of defeat. Held it because the air has been knocked out of our lungs too many times to count. Held it because we cannot afford to exhale. Thanks to all of those who sacrificed so much, we are breathing in the air of a city that has been reborn. To my campaign team, who believed when no one else did, and who took an electoral project and turned it into so much more, I will never be able to express the depth of my gratitude. You can sleep now. To my parents, Mama and Baba, you have made me into the man I am today. I am so proud to be your son. And to my incredible wife, Rama, Hayati, there is no one I would rather have by my side in this moment and in every moment. To every New Yorker, whether you voted for me, for one of my opponents, or felt too disappointed by politics to vote at all, thank you for the opportunity to prove myself worthy of your trust. I will wake each morning with a singular purpose: to make this city better for you than it was the day before. There are many who thought this day would never come, who feared that we would be condemned only to a future of less, with every election consigning us simply to more of the same. And there are others who see politics today as too cruel for the flame of hope to still burn. New York, we have answered those fears. Tonight, we have spoken in a clear voice. Hope is alive. Hope is a decision that tens of thousands of New Yorkers made day after day, volunteer shift after volunteer shift, despite attack ad after attack ad. More than 1 million of us stood in our churches, in gymnasiums, in community centers, as we filled in the ledger of democracy. And while we cast our ballots alone, we chose hope together. Hope over tyranny. Hope over big money and small ideas. Hope over despair. We won because New Yorkers allowed themselves to hope that the impossible could be made possible. And we won because we insisted that no longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now it is something that we do. Standing before you, I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes but rarely in history when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new. So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom. This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt. Central to that vision will be the most ambitious agenda to tackle the cost of living crisis that this city has seen since the days of Fiorillo LaGuardia. An agenda that will freeze the rents for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants. Make buses fast and free. and deliver universal childcare across our city. Years from now, may our only regret be that this day took so long to come. This new age will be one of relentless improvement. We will hire thousands more teachers. We will cut waste from a bloated bureaucracy. We will work tirelessly to make lights shine again in the hallways of NYCHA developments where they have long flickered. Safety and justice will go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on. Excellence will become the expectation across government, not the exception. In this new age we make for ourselves, we will refuse to allow those who traffic in division and hate to pit us against one another. In this moment of political darkness, New York will be the light. Here, we believe in standing up for those we love. Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job, a single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall, your struggle is ours too. And we will build a city hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge of anti-Semitism. Where the more than 1 million Muslims know that they belong. Not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power. No more will New York be a city where you can traffic in Islamophobia and win an election. This new age will be defined by a competence and a compassion that have too long been placed at odds with one another. We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about. For years, those in City Hall have only helped those who can help them. But on January 1st, we will usher in a city government that helps everyone. Now, I know that many have heard our message only through the prism of misinformation. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent to redefine reality and to convince our neighbors that this new age is something that should frighten them. As has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour. They want the people to fight amongst ourselves so that we remain distracted from the work of remaking a long broken system. We refuse to let them dictate the rules of the game anymore. They can play by the same rules as the rest of us. Together, we will usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, It is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Together we build, together we shine, leave the fear behind.
When we enter City Hall in 15 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them. A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme and let us build a shining city for all. And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist. And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this. And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back. We have bowed at the altar of caution and we have paid a mighty price. Too many working people cannot recognize themselves in our party. And too many among us have turned to the right for answers to why they've been left behind. We will leave mediocrity in our past. No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great. Our greatness will be anything but abstract. It will be felt by every rent-stabilized tenant who wakes up on the first of every month, knowing the amount they're going to pay hasn't soared since the month before. It will be felt by each grandparent who can afford to stay in the home they have worked for, and whose grandchildren live nearby because the cost of childcare didn't send them to Long Island. It will be felt by the single mother who is safe on her commute and whose bus runs fast enough that she doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time. And it will be felt when New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning and read headlines of success, not scandal. Most of all, it will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back. And whose bus runs fast enough that she doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time. And it will be felt when New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning and read headlines of success, not scandal. Most of all, it will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back. Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver universal...
Healthcare.
Let the words we've spoken together, the dreams we've dreamt together, become the agenda we deliver together.
Let's go, people. Let's go.
New York, this power, it's yours. This city belongs to you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
Is back. Yo, and watch I hear the voice of the street. A new dawn rising where the concrete meets the beat. We got a young lion in the boroughs breaking free. Zohran Mamdani taking over, giving the city his key. Promise to freeze the rent, lift the weight off our backs. For the folks in the buildings where the system keeps us trapped. Free buses on the avenue, hop on, no fare, just truth. From the Bronx to Brooklyn, Queens to Staten, this is proof. Childcare from the crib, 6 weeks to 5 we live. No more choosing work or raising kids, both we give. Minimum wage to 30 by 30, make a hustle real. Raise the floor for the city's soul, show the system how we feel. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the projects to the brownstones, open up the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. Yeah. They say he's too bold. They whisper in the lobby lights. Haters checking corners. Critics calling fights. They point to budgets. They say, can he really pull it off? But we built the city with our hands. We know when the pulse is soft. They talk radical, socialist like it's a dirty tag. But when your rent sky high and your wages drag, you don't ask for moderate. You grab the bag. To the ones saying it's impossible, we say watch us move. The city belongs to the many, not the few who just is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lines roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. It's the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lines roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. From a story of the Harlem, the dreams got dusty in the rain, but now we roll the dice of justice. Change is changing the game. He's speaking for the working class, the immigrant, the youth, giving voice to the silence. Now we speak our truth. They try to drown the movement, but we built the wave. The haters talk about obstacles, we built the paves. City run grocery stores in each borough, lower food price. Don't gotta serve the wallet first, we serve the life. Affordable housing, 200,000 by 10. Put the roof above our heads before we turn to men. Tax the millionaires, let the city breathe again. So our children don't inherit this grind and pretend. To the architects of doubt, we still thank you in advance. Cause you can't do that, let the spark of our revenge. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the hard knock sidewalk to the glitz of Times Square floor. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. Breaking chains, making change, opening the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise,
This is the New York team. Mamdani. Let's go. Oh, we will be watching, ladies and gentlemen. As a fellow New Yorker, I will be watching. All right. right. Hold on.
And watch I hear the voice of the street. A new dawn rising where the concrete meets the beat. We got a young lion in the boroughs breaking free. Zohran Mamdani taking over, giving the city his key. Promise to freeze the rent, lift the weight off our backs. For the folks in the buildings where the system keeps us trapped. Free buses on the avenue, hop on, no fare, just truth. From the Bronx to Brooklyn, Queens to Staten, this is true. Childcare from the crib, 6 weeks to 5, we live. No more choosing work or raising kids, both we give. Minimum wage to 30 by 30, make a hustle real. Raise the floor for the city's soul, show the system how we feel. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the projects to the brownstones, open up the door. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So his voice, our choice, we rise, we soar. Yeah. They say he's too bold. They whisper in the lobby lights. Haters checking corners. Critics calling fights. They point the budgets. They say, can he really pull it off? But we built the city with our hands. We know when the pulse is soft. They talk radical, socialist like it's a dirty tag. But when your rent's sky high and your wages drag, you don't ask for moderate. You grab the bag. To the ones saying it's impossible, we say watch us move. The city belongs to the many, not the few who listen. This is the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lines roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So we voice our choice, we rise, we soar. It's the hope that real New Yorkers been asking for. From the subway to the skyline, hear the lines roar. Put the people in the power, let the profit hit the floor. So we voice our choice, we rise, we soar. From a story of the Harlem, the dreams got dusty in the rain, but now we roll the dice of justice. Change is changing the game. He's speaking for the working class, the immigrant, the youth, giving voice to the silence. Now we speak our truth. They try to drown the movement, but we built the wave. The haters talk about obstacles, we built the paves. City run grocery stores in each borough, lower food price. Don't gotta serve the wallet first, we serve the life. Affordable housing, 200,000 by 10. Put the roof above our heads before we turn to men. Tax the millionaires, let the city breathe again. So our children don't inherit this grind and pretend. To the architects of doubt, we still thank you in advance. Cause you can't do that, let the spark of our
Okay. Listen up. Because we're in New York, because we are celebrating that we have a new mayor, a mayor that has not been tested yet, but a mayor-elect nevertheless. I want to share a song for one of the hardest working men in America. His name is Legendary Blue. He's ran businesses throughout the city. Mark 125, first black jeweler in Harlem. He has another business called BK Melons, and I want to show him some love as well because he too is a fellow New Yorker, and it's only fitting that I play his song. Let's go.
I is back again.
It's that Brooklyn summertime energy, baby. From the block to the ballroom, we keep it fresh. We keep it juicy. BK Melons. You already know the vibes. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. BK Melons, straight out of Brooklyn, sweet like the hustle. You can tell how we cooking from Flatbush to Bed-Stuy. Everybody looking, Legendary Blue got the city still booking. BK Melons, yeah, we built from the dirt. Came from the struggle, but we still make it work. If you want that flavor, gotta know your worth. Real ones eat fresh, that's the code of the turf. Early morning on Church Avenue, the crates get dropped. We stacking up the sweetness, no time for the ops. From the corner store kings to the rooftop flings. Everybody want a slice when the summer bell rings. Juicy like the block dreams, chill like the ice. It tastes of Brooklyn life, every bite precise. He the plug for the melons, the vibes and the mood. Legendary Blue, yeah, that's neighborhood food. BK Melons, fresh from the heart. Real Brooklyn hustle, this a form of art. From the farmers to the fiends for them good old eats. We serving sunshine on the concrete streets. Started with a crate and a borrow van. Now we got the borough rocking with a master plan. Events in the park, DJs in rotation. BK Melons, the brand, the foundation. From Nostrand to Myrtle, they know the name. Respect in every hood, that's legacy fame. It ain't just fruit, it's culture and soul. Where grind meets flavor and the story gets told. This ain't just about melons, it's about Brooklyn energy, entrepreneurship and pride. Every slice you buy supports the block, supports the grind, supports the dream. BK Melons, where every seed's a new hustle. Yeah, from Coney Island breeze to Crown Heights nights. He the blueprint for black business rights. Legendary blue, yeah, he paving that lane, turning fruit stands into empires again. Got the influencers tagging the celebs pulling through. Even Diddy had the taste. Yo, this joint's brand new. From the trenches to the table, it's more than food. It's Brooklyn love. That's the BK mood. BK melons, we keep it legit. Every seed that we plant got the flavor to hit. It's that Brooklyn hustle, that summertime drip. Legendary blue got the whole block lit up. BK melons, we keep it legit. Every seed that we plant got the flavor to hit. It's that Brooklyn hustle, that summertime drip. Legendary blue got the whole block lit. Yeah. So next time you roll through the borough, stop by BK melons. Support local, support the movement. Brooklyn, we built this. BK melons. BK melons. Taste the legend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, both songs written by yours truly. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be following the administration of newly elected, mayor-elected Zohran Mamdani, and I see the comments. A lot of people saying, no, he can't do it. But I'm going to say, let's just wait and see. Listen, you gave Giuliani a try. You gave you gave the other mayors. Like, let me see, who's the other mayors in New York besides Dinkin, Giuliani? Oh my goodness. Adams, give Mamdani a try. Give him a try. Bloomberg, give him a try. Let's see what happens. You guys are just so mad. He's Muslim. He can't do it. You know how many Muslims in New York City? You know how many masjids are in New York City? Still, masjids all over America. There are over 1 million in New York. There are many, many Muslims in America. If that is if you guys are scared because he's a Muslim, that's sad. And I'll say this again. Most of the domestic terrorism that has been committed on Americans in America have not been by Muslims. Wake up, you idiots. It has not been by Muslims. If we want to be quite honest, it has not been by Muslims. 90+% of these domestic terrorist acts have been committed by non-Muslims. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. You don't want to research that information. You don't want to do that. Don't be scared of the man because he's a Muslim. You probably have a Muslim right next door to you. And so what? So if your test of his qualifications it is because you feel that he's a Muslim, he can't accomplish these goals, these plans, I don't believe he's going to hit 100%, but I'm willing to give him a try. People of New York already said, they spoke. They said, out with the old, in with the new. We have never tried it this way yet. So how can you know how the city will be ran? You don't know. And as a fellow New Yorker, I've seen mayors come in, I see them go out, and I see people come in with a lot of fire. I'm saying give the man a chance. Who knows? He may do so good, he may become the next president of the United States. He's the rising star in the Democratic Party right now. He's kicked the butt. The people said, out with the old, in with the new. They did not want Andrew Cuomo. They did not want Curtis Lewa. And I like Curtis Lewa. I like Curtis, The Rock. I've known Curtis for many, many years. But when you get the president of the United States endorsing Andrew Cuomo, well, that removed any chance of Curtis winning. Curtis loves New York. He loves New York. And if you want to be real honest and you do your research, he's been a diehard New York for many, many years. We know about the Rock Brigade that started in the Bronx off of Fordham Road. We used to clean up the parks. We used to work in McDonald's. See, I know the history of New York. I know it well. A lot of you are sitting on the sideline throwing rocks, throwing hate, spewing hate. You're sitting on the sideline, don't know a goddamn thing about anything. I remember 9/11. I was walking across the Brooklyn Bridge when the first plane hit. I felt what you felt, those who lived through this. Some of you weren't even born. We still don't know everything that led to 9/11. I lived through that. It was one of the worst times of my life. Being on West Street. Those who would live through 9/11 know what I'm about to say. That HSBC bank that was on the corner of West Street, where myself and others helped with the relief efforts with the National Guard. I literally walked down in ground zero. It was the worst thing I ever saw, the worst smell. I've never smelled a smell like that. Never. As I walked in Manhattan, looking at all the signs that were placed on glass, people are looking for their families. It was the worst thing I ever seen in my life. So I know what people are feeling. I know the fear people have. But remember, this mayor-elect had nothing to do with that. Nothing. Zero. He was a young whippersnapper. Don't be scared of Muslims. There are a lot of good Muslims in America. A whole lot. Did you know the person who killed Charlie Kirk? He wasn't Muslim. Did you know the person who blew up the federal building in Oklahoma, Timothy McVeigh? He wasn't Muslim. Terry Nichols, he wasn't Muslim. Darlene Roof, he wasn't Muslim when he walked into that church, that Christian church, and killed those people, those black people. He wasn't Muslim. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. Stop the hate. God sees everything. Just stop it. Give this man a chance. Give him a chance. When you started your first job, all you wanted them to do is give you a chance. Give you a fair chance. Give that man a chance. Because I'm willing to give him a chance. And the Quran is here to stay. The Quran is here to stay. Just like the Bible. The Quran, the Holy Quran, is here to stay. So get over it. Get over it. Let's reconvene. We are watching this mayor no different than we watched the last mayor, who was indicted by the feds, who brokered a deal to get out that indictment. Just think about that. He brokered a deal with the big guy. I'm gonna argue he sold New York out. I don't care what you say. I believe he sold New York out. Yeah. You idiots. You're mad. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Welcome to New York, where the players play. I see you guys on the next live. Again, congratulations to Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani and all the New Yorkers that will benefit from his leadership. So for those who cannot work under this administration, there's a lot of people that want those jobs. So write your letter, submit your resignation, because if you're there just to create chaos in this administration, you're going to get found out anyway. They're going to find you anyway. And your time there is going to be limited. So go ahead and write the letter. Go ahead and dust your resume off and find another job. Because New Yorkers want the best of the best, and that's just what it is. That's it. I believe one thing: if anything happens in New York, I don't think it will be by a Muslim. I don't think so. Anything bad happens, I don't think it'll be by a Muslim. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next live. I know you're mad, but it's okay. It's okay. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I really do. And we'll see.
So today when I got frustrated in court, it wasn't about me.